Do you find it difficult to be parents of teenagers? We most certainly do. We're Barry and Tammy Smith with Family with Purpose, and we've got 5 action steps to take to make you or help you be a more effective parent, to be cool.
That's right. Yes! And the first one, we're going to jump right in. The first one is be effective. What do we mean by that? Everybody wants to be effective. Basically, that means you need to be a good student of your teenager. If you have 3 teenagers in your house,
they're all different.
You need to be a student of all 3 of those teenagers. They tick different. They are different. What makes one move makes another one slow down. You have to be a good student of that teenager.
And then when you find out what makes them tick, where do they feel loved? Where do they be inspired? Where are they encouraged? Then you start pushing those buttons. You got to be effective. If you're not effective, if you're not trying to be effective, then you're not effective. It's all going to fall apart. The second B is to be consistent. What do we mean by that?
Consistency is key in everything. Parenting in general, but especially for teenagers. People think, oh, I can give up or lax a little bit on our boundaries and our rules. Quite the opposite with teenagers. It's no, you need to tighten those reins, and you need to have the boundaries and have the limits because they crave them.
Yeah, actually kids do crave them. They'll never let you know that, but the boundaries can grow. You can have more and more freedom.
A big fence.
But whatever the boundary is, it needs to get taller and taller as they become teenagers, because we know as adults, we have boundaries put in place at work, in our homeowners association, the speed limit. Boundaries are put in place.
Taxes.
When you push them, yeah, you're going to pay for it. The third B is?
Be active. And just like it says, active. What does that mean? Volunteer in their classroom. Volunteer to be the house when they need a place to meet for their sporting event activities.
That's huge.
We love doing that.
When our kids are saying, hey, whose house should we go over to, doing this or that,
we're
always the first to say, have them come over here.
And also going to their sporting events or their club association, just getting involved, being active, helping with their groups, helping with a school project. I remember one time I helped Max's class and Taryn's actually do all these masks, and we had to do paper mache masks. I hated it. It was 2 grueling days, but I was active.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Yes.
The fourth B is to be open.
Yes, this is hard for me at first because I'll give you an example. When I was growing up, we did not have concerts in the car where we were jamming out loud and making our own music and making our own words up.
But then you married DJ Scary
I
Barry.
did, and I'm so glad I did, because here's the deal. Being open, just because I didn't do it growing up, doesn't necessarily make it wrong. It's just different. So you have to be open with teenagers. Now we have almost daily concerts in the car, and we dance in our kitchen.
Well, they dance in the kitchen. I don't do it unless no one's home, and then that's none of your business. But different doesn't equal bad.
Right.
So be open to new things, be open to what they're interested in, and try to jump in with them as much as possible.
And who knows, you may have a great time. I bet you do.
The 5th B is?
Be positive. In a world where they're getting bombarded with negativity, with media and magazines and friends and their community.
And meanies at school, big bullies.
Yes. Being positive in your home basically just means saying yes when you can. Because we say no all the time. But when Barry and I really, really try, and this takes a practice, to say yes.
Our kids won't think so. They'll think it's always no. But we make concerted efforts to say yes whenever it's possible. And that helps us to be more effective. It helps us to parent better, particularly when it comes to teenagers.
It also makes it so that our no is a firmer no. When they know we say no, they know we mean it better.
That's a lot of no's.
Yes, it is. But stay tuned, because this is only part 1 in our 4-part teenage series.
Family with Purpose. It's all about purpose.
Don't forget to like and subscribe on our page, and then comment below of how you parent your teenager and maybe how one of these 5 B's have helped you.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do that. Comment below.
Click
We'll see
the
you in the
bell.
next video.